right. 3, 2, 1, go. This is a kid's game, by the way.
Yeah.
Yo, what happened?
This jump is like 1 pixel. It's very precise.
There's only a few pixels you can stand on and still make that jump, and even when you're on the right pixel, the inputs are also precise.
Yeah. So we're not actually sure how it works, why we can skip a cutscene here, but apparently just running and doing a small jump, skip a whole cutscene, and everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Round 2.
You got this. So there is not a lot of randomness in this game at all. Everything is pretty much set. The autoscroller will always be the same. There you go. There are some one-frame jumps that you can do on top of the giraffes at the very end of each autoscrollers, but for safety reasons, not in a marathon.
Yeah, those double jumps are not very straightforward. I'm sure a lot of people have flashbacks as children. Okay, didn't get hit on that one, that's good.
Hey.
That was a frame-perfect jump right there. So here you're just gonna roar the pink monkeys, come back, and then unroar them. There's 3 different rhinos you can bounce on, but only the leftmost one matters.
Yeah, the other ones, I'm not sure why they are there. I mean, one will let you grab a one-up.
I think they know more about this game than I do. So this should be the level, just after a bunch of throws here.
That's where you pull out your phone and check Twitter.
Oh, nice, I got the one up. Usually that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's kind of random if you get it or not. So in this stage, you want to line up the hyenas so you can hit both of them at the same time.
This stage is actually the one most affected by the difficult setting, as opposed to easy and normal, because the hyenas all have 3 HP instead of 1 or 2. And the birds as well.
Yeah. It's actually the hardest stage on difficult, for sure.
I got good luck on those right there. They didn't bump me or anything.
There are multiple paths you can take in this stage. There are a couple little shortcuts and longer paths.
Oh, okay. Just gonna let him fly away there. Alright, I don't like this. There we go.
The thing about this stage as well is if you fall down from here, you're at the very beginning of the level. Here you have 2 hyenas, but you can't tell because Akiteru just manipulated them so that... Oh, well, they just separated.
I'm gonna take this super safe now.
Oh.
No! Okay. That was questionable. Where's my continue?
There's a third hyenas that just fall from the sky. We're not sure where it comes from, but
Fell a lot sooner than I expected it. Even with max HP there, those geysers are insta-death if you touch them.
oh yeah.
Alright, I think I'm good now.
And that's the stage. It's a very difficult stage.
You have to remember it's on difficult.
Yeah.
These things have too much health. More than they deserve. So if you line up on the exact right pixel on the stage, you can just sit back and do absolutely nothing. With the health bug, you have 6 hits that you can take, and I think you only take 3 or 4,
I think
if you have the exact right pixel.
You can't die. The stage is not very difficult. Once you know it, there is no randomness in it at all.
Yeah, this pattern is the exact same every time.
It would have been nice if they just switched it up for different difficulties, but they just decided not to.
In this level, even though you get hit, you can't lose time. The only way you can lose time is dying in the level. That's it.
Looks like he's on the right pixel.
Yeah, he is.
This is a good time for any donations.
Oh, yeah.
Kill him.
So there are 2 ground clips in this stage. I'm going to try and do the first 2 major time savers in the run. Second one's really hard though, so we'll see what happens with that.
Additionally, throughout this whole level, there's those rocks falling from the sky, which are dependent on your position, and they just fall every 2 seconds or so.
Hey, first try.
That was the first try ground clip, which was really nice.
There we go.
There we go. Those are really difficult.
That was a really good level.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
This is the first stage where you get a real actual boss at the end,
Yeah.
and it's not easy to do fast. I mean,
So the boss of this stage is a gorilla, and the reason it's a gorilla is because this game was being developed as the movie was still under development. So at the time of this development, the movie actually had a gorilla in the script that they later took out.
it stayed in the game, sadly.
So we'll get to meet the gorilla here.
The intended way to defeat the boss is actually waiting on him to throw a lot of coconuts and then pound the ground, but that's way too slow.
Yeah, you
Doing
just
it-
got to get ahead of him.
Yeah, doing it this way saves, I would say, about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
It's a
it
lot
really
of
takes
time.
forever.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a completely unintended kill. That was what, about 6 hits
Yeah,
that you get before he even starts throwing anything at you. So that was really good.
because once it starts throwing, you can't hit him.
This is the first stage where you play as adult Simba. You basically get to play as 2 entirely different characters in the run, so I think that's pretty neat. 2 completely different play styles.
And you will see Aki always slashing the air when going from platform to platform, because every time he does that, he gets a little bit more height. So he can skip a lot of ledge grabs that are pretty slow.
So earlier there, and he's going to be doing it again, if you roar at one of those leopard spawns, you normally have to kill like 5 of them to advance. But if you roar and then do a wrestle maneuver, you can actually clip through this thing.
This one over here is a little bit RNG, we think. It can just kill you if it doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah, that was good. I won't need to grab health now, so that's nice. Coming up on like the hardest jump in the game.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's get up there first.
That was a first try
So
jump.
good.
That saves about 10 seconds from going all the way to the right to unlock a boulder.
It's incredibly difficult. You have to slash the air so many times, even though it doesn't show.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
So in this stage, the fastest way to go through it is just tank through everything. And this is a level where the red bug at the very beginning of the game comes in play.
So this stage is very similar to a stage in the game Aladdin. They were both developed by Virgin, so it kind of seems like they just recycled all the graphics that they used in Aladdin. If you don't hit those bats before they start flying, they will give you nightmares.
They will kick you out of the platform and you will die every time. They are probably one of the hardest enemies in the game. Here there's a little hitbox glitch where you just go through it. And here he's trying to manipulate both panthers so he can do the same thing. There you go.
Here we have just a waiting section. It's kind of supposed to be a survival area, but you just wait on these things until you can end the level. So now's a really good time to read donations.
Absolutely. I have a $200 donation from Why the Hell Not. Donating for my favorite movie and the only game I own and beat that'll actually be available to watch. Damn you, 4th of July week. Help save the world, gamers. And there's a $25 donation from Clone at Work. Feeling generous for my birthday. Also, you are all doing an amazing job for a great cause. Good luck for the runs and greetings from Austria. Save the animals.
So on your first life, there's no RNG at all, and you get the exact same pattern.
Every time. Now this stage is actually a maze, but when you know the way, it doesn't even feel like it anymore. To be able to use doors, you have to get rid of every hyena in the room.
There are a few of these kills in the next 2 rooms that are actually pretty hard. I'm gonna be trying to group them together here, so you don't need to kill all 3 individually. Like that.
Triple kill.
That was a really good room right there. I hate that room so much.
That hyena likes to jump off the edge too, so that was really nice that he didn't have to fall down.
Okay, the 2 scar escapes.
So in this stage, there is a way to skip a whole lot of animation from Scar. Once you defeat him, he has to get up and then leave the screen, and then you get to go. So Akiteru is just manipulating him with a glitch, and basically skip all the animation.
And normally you'd have to maul him like 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
So he got both of the skips, which is awesome. Yes.
All right, time is coming up. Time.
Your time was 15 minutes and 3 seconds.
That's pretty good with the death.
Heck yes.
So I guess we should just say, check out the leaderboards for this game at speedrun.com/LionKingSNES. You should run this game. It's really good.
It is.
It's pretty easy to learn. Makes it a lot less stressful when you know some strats. Akiteru here actually has the world record in difficult and easy.
I also want to say shout outs to my worm boys. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys don't have anything to say, then I guess we're good to go.